Namaskar and welcome. You're watching Parliament News. Up first, news from Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha on Wednesday passed the supplementary demands for grants as Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman asserted that Indian economy is going strong with its growth rate, highest among the major economies, and inflation going down. She also rejected the opposition's criticism of the economy that it is likely to be hit by stagflation and said that India is seeing high growth while inflation has now dipped below the RBI's upper tolerance level of 6%. Retail inflation has moderated to an 11-month low of 5.8% in November from 6.77% in the previous month. The government will further bring it down for the sake of common people, she said while replying to a discussion on the first batch of supplementary demands for grants 2022-2023 in the Lok Sabha. The government is constantly watching the price situation of the essential commodities, she said. With regard to the fiscal deficit, the finance minister said the government would be able to meet the fiscal deficit target of 6.4% of the GDP for the current financial year. Government is committed to the path of fiscal consolidation, she added. On non-performing assets, Sitharaman said it has come down drastically to 7.28% at the end of the March 2022 due to various measures taken by the Modi government with regard to the declining value of the rupee against the US dollar. She said the domestic unit is appreciating against all other currencies and the fall against the greenback is lower as compared to other currencies. Quoting the World Bank report, she said India's forex reserve is one of the highest in the world and this provides a cushion against global spillover. The House passed supplementary demands for grants, authorizing the government to spend additional rupees 3.25 lakh crore in financial year 2023. Union Minister Piyush Goyal also told Lok Sabha on Wednesday that the success rate of startups in India is higher than the rest of the world and there were 84,012 recognized startups in the country at the end of November. To boost the startup ecosystem, the government launched the Startup India initiative on January 16, 2016, and an action plan was also put in place, she said. Startups are prone to failures, but the success rate of startups in India is relatively higher than the rest of the world, she added during the question hour. The number of recognized startups has increased from 452 in 2016 to 84,012 as on November 30, 2022, the minister said. During the question hour, Communication Minister Ashwini Vaishnav took a swipe at the opposition party, saying the BSNL suffered badly due to the certain political parties as it was used as a cash cow by some people who are still members of the parliament. He said Prime Minister Narendra Modi has approved a huge project worth rupees 1.64 lakh crore for the revival of BSNL, and this will transform the telecom PSU completely. The BSNL will soon launch 4G and 5G networks designed, developed and made in the country as per Modi's Make in India initiative, he added. These items have gone when certain ministers who are now sitting in the opposition use the BSNL as a cash cow, he said, without naming any person or political party. He said at present mobile data in India is one of the cheapest in the world as 1 gigabyte data is available for less than rupees 20. This was around rupees 200 during the UPA rule, the minister said. He said the revival measures focus on infusing fresh capital for upgrading BSNL services, allocating spectrum, de-stressing its balance sheet and augmenting its fiber network by merging the Bharat Broadband Nigam Limited with the BSNL. During the 0 hour, BJP member raised the issue of Bihar Hoot tragedy in Lok Sabha, demanding immediate suspension of the Superintendent of Police of Saran, Janardhan Singh Sigriwal, claiming that the people are dying in large numbers consuming illicit liquor in Bihar. About a dozen people have lost their lives in today's Hoot tragedy in Saran district of Bihar, he said. Another BJP MP, Ravi Kishan Shukla, raised the issue of the death of young actors in gyms. BJP's Gorakhpur MP expressed concern over such incidents and demanded that Union Health Ministry set up a committee to look into the matter. He said the Health Ministry should set up a probe committee to ascertain why such deaths are happening. Shukla, who is also an actor, said the committee should find out what kind of protein supplements the gym trainers recommend and if such protein supplements are legal, he added. Earlier, soon after the question hour, Congress Lok Sabha MPs led by Sonia Gandhi and Trinamool Congress MPs walked out of the House, accusing the government of not allowing a discussion on the sensitive India-China border issue. As soon as the question hour ended, Congress leader of the House, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, demanded that a discussion on the Indo-China border situation be held, saying that the then Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru had allowed a discussion in the Lok Sabha on the India-China war in 1962. In 1962, when India-China war took place, Nehru in this House had given 165 MPs chance to speak and decision was taken on what to do only after that, Chaudhary said. Responding to the Congress leader's demand, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla said a decision will be taken on it in the meeting of the Business Advisory Committee. As the Speaker went ahead with the proceedings of the House, the Congress as well as the TMC staged a walkout in protest and accused the government of not allowing a discussion on the India-China border issue. TMC member Sudeep Bandyopadhyay said this party members staging a walkout in protest against against the attitude of the government. Other opposition members had walked out of the Lok Sabha in protest against various issues soon after the House met. As soon as the House met for the day, members from the Congress and the DMK wanted to raise certain issues. One of the members displayed a printout with the words "Justice for Stan Swamy." The Speaker told the protesting members that the question hour was important. However, they sought to raise various issues. Later, members of the Congress, DMK, NCP and NC, among others, staged a walkout of the House during the question hour. Lok Sabha also took up the Constitution Scheduled Tribes Order's Second Amendment Bill 2022 for consideration and passage. Ranjit Sinha, Nayak Nimbalkar of the BJP, RLP member Hanuman Beniwal and P. Ravindranath voiced demands of different communities in their states for getting reservation benefits under appropriate categories. NCP member Supriya Sule said the government should not take piecemeal measures and instead table a comprehensive bill to give reservation benefits to different communities in all states. Well, that was the news from Lok Sabha, and now let's get on to the news from Rajya Sabha. The highlight of the Rajya Sabha on Wednesday was the passage of two bills. One of the bills passed, New Delhi International Arbitration Centre Amendment Bill 2022, is to rename the New Delhi International Arbitration Centre as the India International Arbitration Centre. Lok Sabha has already passed the bill in August 2022, which expands this to include the conduct of other forms of alternative dispute resolution besides arbitration. Replying to the debate, Law Minister Kiren Rijiju has said this bill will help India emerge as an attractive destination for arbitration at the global level. India is still not a hub for arbitration, while small countries and cities have emerged as major centres for arbitration, he said. The minister said. He assured the members, saying that with the steps being taken by the Modi government, India would emerge as an arbitration centre in coming years, claiming that the bill was not brought under any pressure from the World Bank and was government's own decision. He said people prefer places such as Singapore, London and Hong Kong for arbitration, but after this initiative there would be changes. The country is emerging as an economic power, and along with that, India will also attract the global business community for arbitration, Rijiju said. We can provide arbitration to us at more affordable charges in comparison to those centres, he said, adding that the government wants to start work in this direction as soon as possible. Replying to a query over the name change, Rijiju said important cities in India such as Mumbai and Kolkata have their own arbitration centres, asserting that since 2015, India ranked 142nd in the international ease of doing business, and the latest assessment in 2021 puts India in 63rd rank. Participating in the debate, Vivek K. Tankha of the Congress supported the bill and said, "We want India to emerge as an international arbitration centre. I have no reason to oppose. This is a welcome change," unquote. He also cited the examples of the other reputed arbitration centres in the world and stated that all such centres are run by societies. Singapore, he said, is doing very well, and 54% of the people choose Singapore as the seat of arbitration. In Southeast Asia, 74% choose Singapore only, he stated. He said Indians too choose London, Geneva or Paris. BJP member Sushil Kumar Modi too stressed on the need for improving the standard of the centre, citing that Amazon future arbitration case is going on in Singapore. He demanded that the Supreme Court and High Court in the country should also function round the year like other institutions. All India Trinamool Congress member Sukhendu Shekhar Ray said this government has come to know about the change in the name of the centre after the lapse of 3 years since the Act came into existence in 2019. DMK member P. Wilson also supported the bill but pointed out that it puts Rs 2.5 lakh burden on the exchequer for running parliament for a minute. The Aam Aadmi Party also supported the bill and suggested that the fees being charged by the arbitration centre be reduced. BJD member Prashantananda and YSRCP member V. Vijayasai Reddy also supported the bill. The Rajya Sabha also passed a bill that seeks to include the Gond community in the scheduled tribes category in parts of UP. The Rajya Sabha passed by voice vote the Constitution Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes Orders Second Amendment Bill 2022 with some amendments. The bill was introduced by Tribal Affairs Minister Arjun Munda on Tuesday. Replying to the debate, Munda said the issue has been pending since 1980 and blamed the then Congress-led government for ignoring the plight of the community and denying them their constitutional rights through scheduled tribes category. Munda also moved amendments in the bill, and the bill will again be sent to Lok Sabha for its nod on the amendment. The Lok Sabha had earlier in April this year passed the bill. Bill seeks to amend the Constitution Scheduled Tribes UP Order 1967 Scheduled Tribe Order and the Constitution Scheduled Caste Order 1950 Scheduled Caste Order with respect to its application to UP. It seeks to amend the Scheduled Caste Order to exclude the Gond community as a scheduled caste in 4 districts of UP, Chandauli, Kushinagar, Sant Kabir Nagar and Sant Ravidas Nagar. It also seeks to amend the Scheduled Tribe Order to recognize the Gond community as a scheduled tribe in these 4 districts. The minister said the UP government had written a letter related to the Gond community on April 22, 1981, stating that on the basis of their lifestyle, culture and from every aspect, the exhibited characters of the scheduled tribes. He added that in those days, the Gond community was included under scheduled tribes in other states. The minister ruled the issue has remained unresolved till now, with the people of the community unable to raise their voice at the centre. He also lamented that the then government did not implement the recommendations of the Lok Sabha committee for upliftment of the tribals, keeping in mind their culture, lifestyle, closeness to nature and backwardness, and give them their constitutional rights. As a result, he said the country is facing the issue of tribals being left behind in the growth and development witnessed by India. Taking a dig at the opposition over their attitude towards tribals, Munda said if they had cared, the first woman president from tribal community, Draupadi Murmu, would have been elected to the top constitutional post unanimously, adding that now some of them have been started criticizing her. Soon after the House met for the day, opposition members led by the Congress demanded a discussion on the Indo-China conflict at the border in Tawang sector of Arunachal Pradesh. Leader of the opposition said several members have given adjournment notices and a discussion on Chinese aggression should be allowed in the House. The chair disallowed a discussion, leading to the entire opposition staging a walkout. Kharge said the opposition parties wanted a debate to get full information on the Chinese aggression and encroachment on Indian territory, and that they stand by the army and the country. Deputy Chairman Harvansh said there was no notice before the chair and debate cannot be allowed on the issue. Opposition MPs shouted slogans for some time before staging a walkout. Those who walked out included MPs of Congress, Left, TMC, NCP, RJD, SP, JMM and Shiv Sena. Earlier, Kharge said opposition parties want a detailed discussion in the House on the Chinese aggression and encroachment at the borders. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, in his statement on the clash between the Indian and Chinese troops in the Tawang sector, hasn't informed of the actual situation on the border. Our effort from the start has been that we get full information and the country is also informed of what the actual situation is there, unquote, he said. And there was some information that China has built bridges on vacant land. During the 0 hour, Vandana Chavan NCP said there should be more studies to understand the impact of long COVID on people's health. Otherwise, this might end up becoming a parallel pandemic. Raising the issue, she said, considering the huge drop in daily number of COVID-19 cases, the worst seems to be over. The MP said that the COVID-19 also impacted the mental health of the patients. BJP MPs Selavangan Batti said setting up an integrated pharmaceutical innovation park in Puducherry will promote the pharma industry. This will not only help it become a global leader in manufacturing of quality medicine, but also make India self-reliant in production of indigenous drugs at affordable prices, the MP said. Dravida Munitra Kazhagam, or DMK's P. Wilson, said the centre has to pay Tamil Nadu rupees 19,053 crore as dues. The non-payment of the dues is impeding the growth and development of the state, he claimed. Citing a strike by MBBS students in Haryana against the state government's decision to implement a rupees 40 lakh bond policy, Sushil Gupta of the Aam Aadmi Party said the policy should be done away with and urged the Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandaviya to intervene in the matter, saying while fees at the government medical colleges in various parts of the country, including Delhi, are nominal, Haryana had raised years ago from 80,000 to rupees 4 lakh. BJP's Sanajoba Lishamba demanded that the India-Myanmar boundary issue in the Manipur sector be settled at the diplomatic level. Union Home Ministry officials visited the sector a few months ago to look into the matter pertaining to reported irregularities about border pillars, he added. Earlier, Rajya Sabha mourned the demise of the former members Yogendra K. Alag and R.C. Singh, with MPs standing in silence in their places as a mark of respect. Deputy Chairman Harvansh informed that Alag passed away on December 6 at the age of 83 years. An agriculturist and social worker Singh, who was an MP of Rajya Sabha from June 2008 to April 2012, died on December 10 at the age of 78. In the passing away of Singh, the country has lost a veteran trade union and an able parliamentarian, he said. MPs stood in their places in silence as a mark of respect to the memory of the departed leaders. Well, that's it in the Rajya Sabha section today. We will be back tomorrow same time with Parliament News. Meanwhile, thanks for staying with us. Namaskar.